Hey, what's going on? Coach Luca here, and today we were with Bellevue Basketball. We kind of did a little behind the scenes, and I wanted to go over not just some of the programming, which is important, but maybe not as important as everything else behind it, and what we're trying to achieve as far as a culture and building character of the kids here. But I'll start with the program. So we go twice a week right now. Usually, so there's a summer season, and obviously there's kind of like the winter season, and in the summer season we go two times a week because they got ball practice, there's still games and everything else. So it's 2 full body training sessions. Really, like, we're trying to build the quality of movement, really high standard of excellent movement. So constantly drilling that is the foundation, right? It's always got to be foundation. But then you'll see here, we kind of have like a strength/power block where it's, heavy trap bar, RDLs, because I like that as a kind of a pure hinge movement, teaching that. For 6, from there they contrast, right? So they kind of slowly walk over, they do broad jumps, down, lateral jumps back. Then we got incline dumbbell bench. So we kind of got a hinge and a push. From there we go down a dumbbell goblet elevated reverse lunge. So we were doing for weeks, we were going static lunge, just building that pattern. And we started going into reverse lunge, progressing the kind of the movement as far as like the difficulty of it. 1-arm dumbbell rows, and then we finish off with a density block, just kind of like building that GPP, general physical preparation, heavy prowlers, farmer's walk march on the spot, and then doing some core work in a hollow hold. The thing is, the other day, because we obviously with ball, we won't have a lot of single leg work, we'll usually have Bulgarians. I'm not gonna show, there's always like a hop or plyo, right, that we're trying to implement. From there, we'd have a glute bridge, single arm bench. Right, so that way we're kind of working the posterior chain more. But for basketball, we want all patterns. We got double KB squats. I mean, obviously you can't see the reps on this, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about. From there, we have a pull-up variation, a lot of pike pull-ups, or this is usually a pull-up or horizontal row. And then we have a lateral lunge, right? So we want to make sure we kind of work not just the sagittal plane, but also the frontal plane. Ball is played obviously a lot of very laterally. And then some type of upper back work. And we don't do a ton of conditioning here. So upper back work and core, this is usually a tricep, right? Because again, like they're on the court doing a lot of conditioning. Like we work in some aerobic capacity and stuff. So you got these 2 days, goal is quality form, getting stronger, having these good positions, working on weaknesses, working on stuff that they're usually not gonna work on the court. And the progress has been excellent. Again, like, once they have a pure off season, ideally we go 3 days a week and kind of go a little bit harder on the performance side of things, because they're not gonna hopefully be on the court as much as possible. But what's really to me even more so important when I went from high school to college, to pro basketball, that kind of the 1% makes it to pro, if that, right? Like, but the things that you can really do and instill to me is this, just some conversations in the last couple of weeks that we have is one, it's teamwork, right? Like I always say, listen, like if you're not, I want to see 2 things. You're either working really hard at what you're doing, or you're supporting a teammate. You do that in the same thing in the gym. I saw a lot of that today, which is great, right? So guys high-fiving, helping each other out. Somebody can't push the sled, they're helping. Resilience, like overcoming challenges and resistance, like teaching that in the gym. Hey, it's a really hard set, I'm out of breath, all right, keep pushing, right? Obviously making sure the standards are good form, but just understanding that like resistance and overcoming obstacles, not only a part of life, you get better on the other side, right? And building resilience here is very important, like character traits. We have this saying 10 in, 10 out, you guys probably heard about it everywhere, right? Effort, like if you put in 10 effort, you're gonna get out 10 effort, right? Like talk about elite effort. Forget about being elite talent, elite this, elite that. Like I care about elite effort, right? If you consistently put in elite effort, you're gonna get far, right? You're gonna succeed. And this is, another thing we talk a lot about. I didn't even write it on here, but it's consistency, right? Consistency. It doesn't matter to do it for a little bit. Do you do it consistently? And then just mindset, having this growth mindset, understanding that hard stuff is part of life, and you almost want to seek it, right, to get better rather than avoiding it. And I'm big, with Dan John, I always say, guys, like, look, 3 things. Number 1, show up, right? That's step 1. Okay, this is Dan John right here. Number 2 is don't quit. Okay, number 3 is ask questions. This is one that tends to I constantly keep repeating it because people won't ask questions, but questions will help you get better, right? Understand better, buy in more. So I always keep repeating that because this is very, very important, right? But really, the reason I break this down is because like if we can build these character traits, not just individuals, but as a team, right, then we get way more out of everything that we're doing, and it transfers over to later on in life. You know, some of these kids will be going to college and getting scholarships. Some will, you know, possibly be playing pro, but all of them will have to continue to live life. And if we instill these traits and work ethic and these mindsets and skill sets, they're going to be successful. So, you know, behind the scenes with Bellevue basketball today, we'll show you more in upcoming vlogs. Peace out.